Brian Pillman Jr., and you're watching the Rasslin Rage YouTube show. Oh!
This is Rasslin Rage. This is Rasslin Rage. This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade. This is Rasslin Rage. This is Rasslin Rage. This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade.
And now it's time for Rasslin Rage with your host, Cody Fleming.
We here.
Hello? Hey, we're here. What's up?
Right.
Episode 100, Rasslin Rage in the house from PKSA, Port Huron, in Port Huron.
Yeah, import here.
In Port Huron. Oh, gotta watch that. Mike.
Don't bang, yeah.
Yeah, don't bang. Nobody gets to bang, all right?
You'll think we're having an earthquake.
That's right, no bagging. Anyways, so first of all, welcome to the 100th episode of Rasslin Rage. As you can see, there are many of folk here, a little more than what I expected. We got Skyjacker and this guy here. So tell them who you are.
I'm Bradley.
That's Bradley. Hi, Bradley. That's
Brad BJ.
Yeah, that's Greg's kid. And we got BRD over there. I don't think you can see him, but he's in there. He's in there.
Come on, get in here, BRD.
He's in there. Miss Taylor.
Hello.
Or Master Taylor, Master Weir, Mr. Allen, Daddy Beals,
Hey,
Q in the corner,
he's right here.
Mr. Greg over here, and we got Mr. Harper right there.
Happy Harper ice cream.
That's right. So thank you everybody for making your way to the Dojang. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, wouldn't have missed it, man.
Cody, before we get moving here too far,
Yeah.
all of us wanted to get you a little something.
Oh man.
So there you go.
Am I supposed to open this
Yes,
right
you
now?
can open
Open it on camera.
Well, no. Is it on? Should I do it on camera or off camera?
On
I would put it like on the camera.
Oh, okay. All right. Stands. Oh man.
That's sweet.
That is sweet. Look at that. It's like an old collector's corner. That's pretty sweet, man.
What do you guys think, chat?
That's it's always the kids trying to take over, man. Congratulations on your 100th
It's a
episode.
one-day takeover.
November 3rd, 2019 from all the Ragers. Thank you, man. That's awesome. Thank you. I'm going to put it over there because I don't want to break it.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Especially with these punk kids, man.
Awesome.
Yes. So thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. While we're talking, don't forget to smash the thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, hit r2youtube.com and hit that.
r2youtube.com.
And hit that subscribe button down there, over there, wherever it is.
Wherever that is. It's down there.
there. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk a little bit here for a minute, but I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Happy Harper Ice Cream. Woo woo woo. Right? Good stuff. And then also DaVinchi Tattoo, 3521 24th Ave, I believe, or whatever that is. Something like that. Pine Grove, that's it. Pine Grove Ave. There we go. I don't remember.
Right
966-0100, because we're keeping
Across the
it
street from
100.
Arby's.
That's right, across the
That's
street
the
from
most
There
Arby's.
you go.
Yeah,
Yes.
check that out. I'm not really paying attention to the chat at the moment, but thank you, Randomness. Randomness with Brittany's in there, Miss Rebecca, Red Wing, Carol. How you guys all doing? Thank you for joining me tonight. I seen Zeke in there earlier. How you
Mrs.
guys-
Weir said, "Get the Kleenex."
Get to clean it. All right, well, we'll do that. So, we talked a little bit, and I was going to, first, before we get too far into the show, I wanted to talk, like, everybody here in some way or another has had something to do with Rasslin Rage or myself in some way. But, first off, you got the Weir clan over here. Now, they're all not, all 900 of them aren't here right now. But, you have Master Taylor and you have Master Weir. Now, I knew them before Rasslin Rage. And funny story is my cousin is Andrew D'Arcy, and he ran Blue Water, or does run Blue Water Championship Wrestling. But through all of that, Blue Water came to our dojang and became a wrestling school at our dojang, and we were around wrestling every day. And in that mix, Alex became a wrestler, but I also met BRD because of that. I never would have met you if it wouldn't have been for that. And so then we have all of that good stuff. We have Allen. Allen, I met through PKSA, and then he became known as the camera guy.
That's right, yeah.
He's
cameraman.
you know, the
cameraman.
yeah, the camera guy, the official Rasslin Rage camera guy. Although he, you know, we just talked a little bit, and he wants to head on the road with us one of these days because he's got a really nice camera, much nicer than the one that I have, of course. But he wants to come on the road and do something, you know, at XI or something. And you know, I have an idea up here, and I haven't really talked about it too much. And I'm not going to say it on here because if I do it, somebody else might take it.
Yeah, we can't let them do that.
No. But I have an idea, I want to talk to DBA about it because it's something to do with XICW, and it's something I really want to do. So I want to talk to DBA before I say anything, and I want to make it official. And then Danny over here. So Danny, I didn't really know Danny until BWCW started up.
Yeah, that's when we met.
Yeah, and even still, like we talked, but we didn't really hang out. We only seen each other at wrestling shows, right? I mean,
Yeah.
and then you know Skyjacker as well, and that's how I met Skyjacker, right? And now going forward, I mean, now we're doing MIW with Josh, right? And I mean, now we're talking all the time. We got a little chat that we're always talking in, and we're supporting each other and helping each other out, you know, helping somebody out when they can't afford to get a ticket to a show.
Yeah.
Not saying any
It's
names.
funny how this business has made so many relationships.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
I mean, I didn't meet Mr. Weir or Taylor until wrestling either. You know, and you know, a lot of us have took it past just being, you know, hanging out at wrestling events. We got each other. You know.
Yeah.
And,
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's gone way past what I ever thought it would be.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, 2 years later, and here we are at 100. Well, I mean, it's a little over 2 years, but we're at 100, 100 episodes. God knows how many interviews now. You know, how many matches I filmed. You know, whatever. You know,
Right.
I don't know. I would have to sit down and actually count them all. You know what I mean? But then, you know, before we get going, I mean, we got Q over here in the corner, kind of just chilling. How we doing today, Q?
Good.
All right.
I've been at my friend's house all day, so
All
I
right.
wasn't prepared. My mom never told me.
Well, now you know that. Hey, the life of a superstar, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta
One
be
minute
ready
you
to go.
here, the
Boom,
next,
just
you
like
know,
that.
next minute you're staying in Saudi Arabia overnight. You don't know. You know, it's just it happens that way. But you know, Q, you've been on the show what 3 times now? This is your 4th time. Yeah, 4th time. The only kid. He'll remind you. We were talking about this earlier. I'm the only kid that's been on the show 4 times. How many times do you rub that in Jacob's face?
I rubbed it in yesterday. Basically, like all the time.
So we're gonna have to get like the kid challenge now. So like you guys are all like all 11, 12, 1500. You know, this guy over here, the kids are gonna have to have their own little
We're
thing.
taking over the show.
There you go.
You think so?
The next generation.
Right? Yeah. You can
Yeah, I
have.
see someone said over here in the chat, kids are taking over the show.
Yeah. We can
Kids
call.
are stealing the show.
You can
from-
call that R3 YouTube.
There you go.
Hey, somebody call my lawyer. Getting that on. Then we got Greg over here. Now, cool story about Greg is like it wasn't even Rasslin Rage. It was we were at XICW, I believe it was, and you came up to me. Hey, I watched Rasslin Rage, blah blah blah, and we talked. And ever since then, anytime we see each other at a show, we talk, we have a conversation, and now we're friends. And here you are, here at Rasslin Rage at PKSA, and we were doing a little tour. You got to see a lot of stuff a lot of people haven't seen of Weaponized or Master, whatever he's calling himself today. Who is he? Is he Master?
Weaponized
Yeah, they've
Master.
gone back down to
Buddha.
wannabe.
It's
Yeah.
Buddha.
Buddha. All right, you're Buddha now, dude. So, right. It's all, hey, whatever. He's not here, so he can't defend himself. You know? Yeah. That big around wannabe. And then we got Josh over here, man. One of my most favorite people. I'm always gonna say that. Josh is one of the most favorite people to hang out with. Josh goes to a lot of, I got some desktop audio going on over here. We're gonna shut that off. We got Josh, he goes to a lot of wrestling shows with me. We went to a lot of wrestling shows recently together. He always makes me laugh, and he makes sure to reach out to me and lift me up when I'm down. I said it earlier. Somebody that can't be here is Cyrus Satine.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Great guy.
Absolutely. We miss you, Cyrus.
Just a moment of silence here for Cyrus that he can't be here.
So, yeah. Sorry, guys.
No, man. It's all right, man.
All right. Anyways, so now that we've done that, the waterworks are going to start.
That's the first one.
That's the first one.
Yeah, it's the first one.
Yeah. But anyways, so we talked about how we all met and how we all got to where we're at now. But, it's kind of a history of, us and how, we came together. But now we got Rasslin Rage. How did Rasslin Rage start? I don't know. It started in my head of something that I wanted to do because I was doing these little live. It was around the time that CJ had a brain tumor. It was exactly what had happened when CJ had a brain tumor, my oldest son. Scary, scary experience. I never wish anybody experienced that ever in their entire life. But I reached out to a friend of mine who was a mutual wrestling fan, and I said, it was one of those things where I was afraid to do it by myself. Is really what it was. I didn't want to do it by myself. And so I reached out to a friend, and I said, I have an idea. I want to kind of do a podcast, but I don't really want to do a podcast. I want to do a YouTube live thing about wrestling. And he's like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And then it was just, instead of like waiting, let's do it. And we sat down and we did it. And we started on that webcam with no microphones whatsoever, sounding like we were in a train tunnel.
Uh-huh. I went back and watched that first one the other day. And I was like,
Two nervous boys.
wow, it was.
Yeah. Oh, well, and I mean, I had never done anything like that before. I had done like videos and stuff, but nothing like that ever, and then dealing with it. I wouldn't say dealing with, but it's like, okay, well, you need to do this. You need to do that. Everybody wants to tell you need to do something. And it's like, dude, I don't have any money. What do you want me to do? I'm like, so as we went through, we slowly but surely built up, mic stands, microphones, whatever. My wife, that mixer that's sitting down there, God bless her soul, she bought me that for Christmas, So that and a really nice light, that big circle light I got, that big bright one, she bought me that for Christmas one year. And then, Rasslin Rage is where it's at. It's a little more advanced now. Not quite as advanced as those guys on Heel Fan News, but I'm not in a studio, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's
That's that list of things when one of us wins the lotto.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, there isn't a place like that here.
Right, I mean, you could do some kind of Wayne's World, turn your whole basement.
That'd be nice. That would be nice.
And if you get Aerosmith
I want a new basement though. I want a new basement though. Right. I like my place, but I would really appreciate a bigger basement.
Yeah.
So if one of us wins the lottery, we get him Aerosmith and the studio.
Either
that's not good enough.
Or
we still got to get him a new basement.
Every subscriber finds a new subscriber who finds a new subscriber. I've seen these girls that do this on the table living in 100-room mansions.
Yeah.
Hey, Deuce.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deuce.
Hey.
He's been out for a little bit.
I told you stop crying. There's no
Yeah.
crying in wrestling.
Yeah.
I know.
I would like to
Well, I was
counteract
gonna say
that
that-
immediately.
I would like to refer you to HBK versus Ric Flair.
He cried like a baby.
That's a true statement.
I cried when I won
That-
proving ground.
Hey!
I was there watching
I
it.
think I cried too when you broke.
Yeah, you know what?
cried when he won proving
I was gonna say, I think we all
And
shed a
so,
tear when you won
that
Proving
brings up
Ground.
a funny thing because I don't think we would have ever went to XICW if it wasn't for you.
No, because we went to go watch
being in Proving
BRD.
Ground. Now, Cyrus was in Proving Ground, and you know, I wasn't as close with Cyrus then as at that time. You know what I mean? But it was because of you that him and I and Skyjacker went down to Proving Ground and experienced what is now what I think probably one of the best. As I'm on my 100th episode wearing an XICW shirt while everybody else is wearing Rasslin Rage. Well, we got weaponized over here. But,
what do we,
you know, or wannabe. We got a throwback. We got a wannabe over there. But, you know, I don't think we ever would have went to XICW if it wasn't, you know, that you were in them finals and we went and seen you in the finals and then you won. And then I think we've only missed, well, I know I've only missed one show.
I missed one, and that was because it was
I
my
wanted to
daughter's
say
birthday.
I've missed that one show. I believe I was in Amsterdam, so I'm excused. And I think DBA will agree that's okay. I know he'll agree that's okay. But
you were over there, did you go to any wrestling shows?
I tried to did try to find a couple, but they were all because I was only there
He was
for
busy.
3 days.
He probably did.
He was busy.
No, I did look. I did look, but I was only
He was
in
at the
Amsterdam for
coffee
3
shop.
days. And the day that the show was taking place, I was leaving for France. So, because I took a train from Amsterdam to France. So, which,
No.
I didn't like France much.
Yeah.
I didn't like France that much. But
Bell
so,
rings and they both go,
right. So it all started in the base. It all started in the basement. Red light district. Oh, I went to the red light district.
Sure did.
Oh boy.
I see some pictures.
Yeah. I just don't take pictures of the girls up close. Bad idea. They will come out and they'll try to shake you. But anyways, so it started down in the basement. At some point, there was a discrepancy with me and my former co-host, and we parted ways. Rasslin Rage stayed as Rasslin Rage, and the format of different guest hosts every week started. And that's where all of you start guest hosting the show. I mean, you were the very first interview, you know, that was cool, but now I got different guest hosts every week, so now we got a variety.
Who was the original?
the
first guest host.
I think Master
It was
Weir.
me, wasn't it?
I think it was Master Weir.
Yeah,
I'm
it
pretty
was.
sure.
Yep, it was.
That's only natural too. I mean,
Yeah.
as far
But
as
I can't beat the donations for a shot episode.
That was great. That was
I was so trashed. Oh my God. I was so trashed.
All right,
Like every second there's another
Oh,
I was actually
broke
gonna bring
that.
my fifth, but I forgot.
I gotta tell a story about that. Billy, is it all right if I tell the story about that? Okay. Hey, well, what's funny is I don't drink. Issues from the past, and I don't drink.
Right.
And Billy's sitting next to me, and he pours himself a shot, and he pours me a shot. And if you go back and watch it, you can watch my face. And I'm looking at him like, dude, what are you doing? You know I don't drink. And so I'm like, all right, you know what, for the show. and I take the drink, and I look at Billy, and he just smiles at me, and I was like, I set it back down, and as soon as we go on break, I'm like, you never told me this isn't Jack Daniels. And they let me
But the one who didn't have to drive home.
Yeah, he was proud.
Stuff.
Woo, boy.
Yeah, it got to be an interesting.
I was
the longer the
feeling
show
good.
went, the more interesting it got.
Wait, so that mean that the Jack Daniels that you drank and you walk out isn't Jack
No, that's
Daniels?
No, that
definitely
is.
Jack
That's
Daniels.
Jack
Yeah,
Daniels.
definitely
No,
Jack
that
Daniels.
night he had to
Alright,
drive.
'cause that was a break the whole illusion
No.
for me. I love to be like,
No, but I was trashed.
Yeah, Cody was trash.
I'm pretty sure I was slurring my words that
Yeah,
night.
but by the end of the night, it was
No,
getting really
well,
fun.
the other one though, when you had the gentleman Jack.
Yes.
oh.
Hey, heel fan news.
That was another night.
Yeah.
And Cody was
Hey,
by the end.
thank
Cody
you.
was
Appreciate that. Heel
he was
fan
feeling
news
good.
in the chat.
Hey, what's up, heel fan?
There's 22 viewers
I
in.
know, isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go check to see how many smashed the thumbs up.
Everybody did.
He gets so mad about
Seven.
that stuff.
Seven people have
There's
smashed the
one
thumbs up.
second
There you go.
right now.
And 20,
Hey, there's
and
Mr.
20
Weir's
people
mother.
are watching. Come on,
Mom.
smash it.
But thank you so much for the love, the love, the love.
Hey, Rasslin Rage is live.
Yeah, we are.
Bale's just catching up with me there.
Yeah. So we went to the multiple format. Now, Greg hasn't guest hosted. This is your first time.
Congratulations.
First time. Hey! Bob your cherry. No. So, yeah, it's me. Anyways, what's it like being on the show for the first time? But this is the first time we've had like 900 guests at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, right. I mean, how much better could this get?
Yeah.
Harper,
Yeah.
my pal, and Danny, and
Yeah.
say we're among superstars here,
Yeah.
and legends. And
Yeah.
And we've
greatness,
already
man.
lost a co-host.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. It's good.
In the Dojang.
It happens too. It's 15 minutes, they're done. Right. But that's awesome, man. You know, we'll have to have you on again. Now, you don't have to drive all the way here for me to have you guest host the show. We could do a Facebook thing.
I'll drive out.
Oh, woo, look at this
Anytime.
guy. Dedication.
Anytime.
Dedication. I like it.
No,
I
we
like
do.
it.
You have done an interview with him though.
Yeah. All before XICW.
Yeah.
And we want to get doing a lot more of that. And we will. It's just, coordinating and whatever. We're going to get there. It's taking time. And I'm a busy man. It happens like that. But there's a war between these guys, ladies too. I don't even know. I'm losing count.
12.
You're at 12?
12.
Yeah.
I just did 7. Yeah. Wait a minute. Are we counting tonight?
Yes.
Yeah.
8.
It's the show.
12.
That's 8, 4, 1, 8.
I'm gonna have to go back and count. I didn't even think I was in the
Do you-
running.
I don't know.
I don't
1,
think I was in the
6.
Got
running.
3.
Well,
Wow,
you
that's
showed up
crazy.
the one time.
I did.
It was like, boom. I'm here.
Yeah.
Does
I
that
got
count
an
as
extra
one?
one.
If it's-
Yes,
Oh yeah, it
does.
counts.
Yeah,
Mask-
because
Yeah,
when I
'cause
saw
Mr.
that
Weir jumped up
Beals
one
was
on
gonna
me.
be on, I was like,
'Cause I was
sit
running
in
my
the house
mouth.
and said, I should just go jump in, and Mrs. Weir goes, yeah, you should go.
I think
Yeah.
next time it is. I think next time it is Master Weir that's going to be on. I'm just going to stop by Danny's house, pick him up. We're just going to go.
Hey, thank
For now, and
you.
every time you're on, we're just going to show
Well,
up.
the funny part is, I was telling the story before the show about during my 7th episode, I was talking all this smack about it being my 7, and Cody's like, "Wouldn't it be funny if Master Weir showed up?" Then he did, and once again, if you watch the show, you watch my facial expression when Master Weir comes walking through the door. I'm like,
Well, I knew somebody was there. I knew it. As soon as
We
the
heard the
dog
dog,
goes
yeah.
off.
Dog went nuts.
When the dog goes crazy, I'm like, somebody's here. And then I looked at you. I said, what'd you do?
Too.
What'd you do? Because I thought you were up to something.
right.
But it wasn't, and then it was him because he was upset that he was on the show.
How did Weaponize sneak in without the dog that time? when
because
he come in and
because
super kicked you guys?
I was in on it.
Oh.
I was in on it. I was in on it. He was sitting in the driveway. I messaged my wife, said, get the dog, take him outside so Alex can just walk in so Chunk doesn't know. And then he came in,
And then
blah,
you get
blah,
kicked.
blah, super kick, take him out. And then he super kicked him again. And then he threw one on me
And
too.
wasn't that was the first time he'd been on the show, and he cut like a 45
No, that
promo,
was the
didn't
second time he was on
Oh
the show.
yeah, the time when we all kept counting how many promos Alex cut.
Every time he's on the show.
Everything. Have you ever heard him talk about McDonald's? It's a promo.
Yes.
No, Taco Bell chicken roll-ups.
Oh,
Well, you know
can-
what? That's mastering your craft. Practice,
is.
practice,
Uh-huh.
practice leads to
Yes.
mastery.
I think we hit 21 that episode.
Oh, Cyrus is in the chat.
Hey, Cyrus!
Hey, what's
I
up?
love you, Cyrus.
Hopefully Q gets a spinoff. See, listen. All right. So hear me out, bro. Hear me out. All right. So I set this kid up and he doesn't want to do it. All he's got to do is send me the videos, man.
What happened to Q-tips?
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah.
Don't blame it on your mom. Don't blame it on your
He's a
mom.
busy
He's a
man.
busy kid.
I have to Monday.
Ah,
I do my
Do-
radio singers, and then I come home.
Your
and
what?
What?
It's some singing program that I do. Then
Oh.
Then I get home. Then I have to do demo team. Then the next day.
$2.
I have to do- What?
Excuse jar.
Oh, ouch.
So it takes you 2
Take it
minutes.
From me, Q, you can't win.
It's
You
2
can't win.
minutes. No, not with all of us. 2 minutes, man. It's all it's going to take you. This is Q, and I think Saudi Arabia sucks. End of it.
Listen,
That's very
you gotta
nice.
remember, most of us here run families and we still do the show.
We're live.
Just being honest. I'm just saying.
The show.
The show in Saudi
The
Arabia
show.
Yes.
sucked.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yes.
Gas prices are gonna go up a nickel. before
I
we
am
leave.
not politically correct. I said what I said, and I meant
It's
it.
gonna be a war at the very beginning in history. You're
What are they
see
gonna
about
do, hold me
Wrestling
there?
Rage started a war.
They gonna
with
keep me in Saudi Arabia overnight?
2025. They're gonna
I'm
have
right
to worry
here.
about how a podcast started.
They're gonna John Wick me, and they're gonna come in at night and take me out.
Yeah, but they're gonna get it misconstrued. as
Cyrus.
And that's how Q started.
Kraft
Yes.
mac and cheese.
We'll be going. It'll be.
We'll hook you up, man, but you got to do it. You got to put the time in. That's the thing with YouTube. You don't put the time in, you don't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You miss a day.
You know what? I miss it because my favorite part of Q-Tips was he'd keep looking at his computer, but then reading the paper.
I wasn't prepared. I can't remember lines.
Do you remember your own tips?
Maybe you know
You
what?
you can't remember your own tips, man.
We'll hook you up.
Q-tip 100. Don't botch.
And 101, I'm cool.
That's rule number 1, bro.
That's rule
I feel like
number
that's
one.
Gotta
Always
be rule
look
number
cool.
one.
Rule
Always
number one,
look
I'm
cool.
That's it.
Rule number 3, I'm cool. Rule number 5.
Thank you for joining us
cool.
tonight, Cyrus. I already said something. We talked about it. But yeah, thanks for coming on in, and I appreciate your friendship, sir. I know I posted about it on Facebook, but I do mean that with all my heart, my friend. For sure, for sure.
I know we all forget Q-tip number 6, but what was it?
You just forgot?
You just forgot? He was
Oh,
making
yeah,
it up.
He's cool.
All right, he's cool.
And
All
number
right.
7, I can't.
All right, so now, we talked about a little bit. We're here. We're at the multiple format of hosts now. We got 900 of you here tonight. Everybody that is multiple hosts or now started to host is here. Even BRD. The only person that's not here is Master Weaponized Moonsault, whatever his name is.
Hashtag weaponized. monster.
Hashtag I jump off everything.
Hashtag jump off everything. God of War, weaponized, black belt.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
How many promos can I cut with some dramatic music?
I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Perhaps she will die weird.
Oh, we're dogging on you, dude.
Man, if he comes through the door, you're getting kicked out.
I don't deserve
Yeah,
it too.
he's in danger.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she's telling on you.
Yes, I did.
I protect
Oh, the worst promo.
The worst promo, Cyrus says. It's the dramatic, right? The
It's not just
dramatic
dramatic
music,
It's
man.
not just dramatic music.
Yeah.
It's music from like Doctor Who, so it's not dramatic. It's also nerdy dramatic. Slipping under the.
I don't know.
radar.
When he was doing his program with Nolan Edwards in XICW, and they did that match at the Lincoln Community Center, and that promo that he cut about the drums, that was really good. That whole
Yeah,
thing that him and Nolan did
Both
was
of those
amazing.
promos were
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
absolutely
The whole
phenomenal.
back-
Nolan's
so
promos
exciting.
are insane.
They are.
Anyways, he's got these that's why he's working for the production crew of
I'll
Impact.
say something about Nolan, and I know not everybody likes him, but there is nobody in Michigan that can cut a promo like Nolan.
Yeah, I was.
Insane promo.
Yes,
He's got great promo, and like I said, his video editing skills are amazing. You know what I'm saying, and that's why he's working for Impact in the faction that he is. So
Cyrus says Alex is the Nickelback of wrestling. Oh, I love it.
If Alex's next promo doesn't start with him picking up a picture, and going,
Yeah,
look at this
that's great. He is the Nickelback of wrestling.
That's great.
Oh, that is wow, man. I don't even know if the show can go on. That's like
No,
cut. We're done. Go home. We're over now.
You're probably not going to get nothing better than
No, I don't think so. I don't think we could say much more than that. But that's awesome. It's hard to believe we only been here for 30 minutes. All right, that's it. That's crazy. But we talked about Rage. We talked about where we were, where we're at. Josh, me, and Danny. How did it start? We all talked about
It
it.
started because Danny was jealous that I have more visits on Rasslin Rage, and he was trying to find a way to get past me.
But that doesn't count because
No.
it's not.
Well, no, and
I
you know what?
thought it would.
No,
That's
well,
why.
Well, no,
No.
but you know what's funny is Mr. Weir was very quick to tell us before we even started. He said, "Danny, this doesn't count."
Well,
That's
I'm
all I saw. That's all I saw was this little. They were meeting in some Italian restaurant somewhere, and going, "We need to figure out how we can get more visits. Let's create our own show, and then we'll count it." I'm like, "No."
Well, so it was an idea that kind of all of us had. It wasn't just one of us.
No, it was born out
all.
of
It was.
necessity.
It was born out of. We talked like it was something we talked about on the show one night. We're like, "There's nowhere to. I wish there was somewhere we could go to find all the info for the indies in Michigan." You know what I'm saying? To go for all the info. And there isn't. You know, there's people have done and tried. You know, they'll have calendars. There's a site where they have some calendars up, and some of them are right, some of them are wrong, and what have you. And no offense, that's a lot of work. You know,
Absolutely.
you know, and especially for the dude that I know that does it because he's takes care of multiple groups. You know, so we came up with an idea and we said, you know, let's put something together. Let's put it in one spot. Let's make a group on Facebook and let's put it together and let's make a show out of it. And then we, you know, and I talked to you guys and said, let's do this. And I was kind of, you guys know, I was kind of holding off on it because I didn't want to step on toes, and I didn't want to upset friends. Let's put it that way. I didn't want to upset people, and I had a conversation with my wife, no less, and I decided it's time, and we did, and here we are. I don't know, what are we on, 9 now? Nine episodes.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
9 episodes of MIW. You can check that out. We're wow, man, 9 episodes, Tuesdays, 10 o'clock. And so we do 1 episode a month where we talk about all the independents that we know about for that month. We did that already. We missed one apparently. I don't know if you know that. And one got canceled.
I've seen that.
So we missed one, but we're going to add that into the spreadsheet sometime today.
That's why
or
we
tomorrow.
always invite people to, hey, if you know something we don't, man.
Yeah,
bring
put it in
in
there. Yeah, absolutely.
It's weird that we can find some shows where it's like a show popped up on my feed today of, oh, this is a show that's going to happen in March. It's like, okay, cool. So we can start to find shows in March, and then it's, oh, well, you missed this show that's going to happen in November.
Right? Yeah, there was.
This is one happening in 2 weeks, and there's something.
We actually missed 2 shows that I guess Pro Wrestling All Stars had a show somewhere too, unless I was wrong. I don't know.
I don't work for them.
I'm not affiliated with them.
I don't know them people. I do. Yeah, they're all right people in my book. But so here we are, 9 episodes of that, and we got the spreadsheet.
Yep.
Where we listed all that, and you guys got a taste of that the other night because I hadn't had it done, and these guys had to sit down with me and do it. We were at my house until, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock at night between doing the spreadsheet, creating the spreadsheet, putting all the information in the spreadsheet, recording the show. We were there till 10, 11 o'clock at night.
You know, that's what a lot of people don't realize is that when they see the 8-minute show, we're there for what, 3 hours?
Depending.
Most of the time,
That night was 3 hours,
yeah.
but you know, another
nights.
night when we're doing just that weekend coming up, it will be there an hour.
Hour and a half, yeah.
Hour. Well, and if we don't mess up so many times, right?
What are you looking at me for? That's him.
No. I had a perfect show last week.
You had a perfect show 1 week.
And this guy, he's so mean now. I don't know what happened. What happened to you?
You know what? I just got sick of it.
So, well, don't.
give
What's
him-
sick of what?
What do I got to be a nice guy for?
Yeah.
You know, going around pandering to everybody. Why?
So you're saying
Might as well
you're
just
right
be me.
now? Is that what
Yeah,
you're
he's the bad guy.
That's right.
He's the bad guy. He's the nice guy. He sings to me.
Danny Beals has never been
I'm
nice.
about that.
Yo,
Did you hear
listen,
that?
I was gonna say, Billy Ray of all people knows me about that because, you know, me and Billy Ray have that relationship. You know, each one of us is trying to get over on the other one every single time we see him. I mean, yesterday at my own house, he comes in and just bags me, and I'm like, ah. I mean, he got me out of nowhere, dude. He did. He got me. He got me out of nowhere. I mean, I was like,
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's good. But you know, here we are. We got ideas. We just got to make them happen for
That's it.
MIW. You know,
baby steps.
Baby steps. We got sponsors for both MIW and Rasslin Rage. Something I want to get more of. so we can get a little bit more cash coming in so that we can do more shows and pay for gas because gas ain't cheap.
Right?
You know?
Especially when we take the wagon.
Yeah, well, that way, that thing is expensive.
Oh, yeah.
You guys don't know, he's got one of them big old conversion V72. I don't know how many cylinders? Is it an 8-cylinder?
Yeah.
He's got an 8-cylinder big old conversion van. What is it? Is it a Dodge or a Chevy?
It's a GMC. Yeah.
Oh, so it's probably 350 or
Yep.
350 big block or small block?
A big block.
Big. Oh,
Yeah. But we have a lot of fun in it. We have a lot of fun.
It's got a VCR in
Hey,
the back. Of
I
the
don't wanna
TV,
hear
so
about
it's
that
all
fun.
Arn Anderson tapes in the back.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
got
we
Paulie
watch-
dangerously with a big cell phone. And I think I had more fun at the back with Skyjacker than they had.
We
in the
watch.
front
Oh yeah,
talking.
we watch wrestling on our way to wrestling. Well, I don't because I'm always driving.
They can't see you, Josh.
There he is.
There he is.
There you go.
I'll get all closer to my friend.
Yeah.
Greg's like, wait a minute, I didn't know it was going to be that kind of a party.
When Josh is here, it's always that kind of.
One can only hope.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Yeah. So eventually we're going to get to somewhere with it. I mean, Rasslin Rage, I would have never thought. I mean, for those of you that don't know, the subscription count is hidden, but we're sitting at 515 subscribers for Rasslin Rage. Woo! I remember when it was 0, and then it was 1.
You didn't subscribe yourself?
No.
What?
Well,
I subscribe to myself all the time.
well, why do you unsubscribe and subscribe again? That's not good for your channel.
I just subscribe to myself, and then I just leave it like that. So that's why I have 12 subscribers.
Oh.
These kids nowadays know how to do that.
Yeah.
17 different identities. And
No, see, I can barely keep track of myself, brother.
I just
You
stick
know?
to my own.
You guys get me in trouble with my wife.
Yeah,
Right now?
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
She wants to know what's going on in the back of that van. It's Josh. I'm always driving. It's Josh.
That's
It's
Josh.
They're in
She's
the front being
he's
adults.
driving.
I'm in the back
Yes.
watching Arn Anderson.
He's driving. But where was I? Oh yeah. So what was I saying now? You guys made me lose my.
Headed somewhere.
Hey, we're heading somewhere. Where are we heading?
Well, that's a good question.
Where are we going?
saying.
Where are we going?
XSCW next weekend.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, that is true. Which this will be. You know, we were talking about this. I don't remember when it was, but we were talking about how you work day shift and you got to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
So he works, and you work days too, and you do that.
I
What
do
time do you got to
7.
be to work in the morning?
I get there around 7.
7. What time you got to be to work?
5 on Mondays.
Ugh.
We got an hour ride home
Yeah.
after the show.
So
And then every XI, I walk into work and I'm always
Yeah.
sitting there like, oh, you had wrestling last night? Yeah, I had wrestling.
so this will be my
Just stop
first
doing
because
that. Just
I
stop
got a
doing
new
that.
job.
So
Where you were going though
gotta
was
get up at 5
sponsors.
and you stay
Right?
for the
You need
show. Now,
sponsors.
that
Sponsors.
means
So you can make more shows.
Yeah.
And make more.
That's where we were at.
Yes.
Yes. I need more sponsors so we can make more shows. And I need a job, but I got one now. So
And take the wagon.
take
preferably.
well,
So you
he's
can
got a
watch
new
Arn
ride.
Anderson.
I'm probably going to be getting a new ride soon, so we can rotate vehicles so we're not putting 1,000,000 miles on our vehicles. So, but yeah, we need sponsors. You want to sponsor me?
Yeah.
Look at this face. Who wouldn't want to sponsor me? But
Look at this face.
I got to buy one of those just because.
We got to get it. We
We
do.
can get the picture. Be like,
Yes.
right? So definitely good. What is Craig? There's a lot of people in here. Say, Eddie Katrina versus Mitchell. Who you got? Go vote on Heel Fan News. Heidi Katrina.
All day, every day, twice on Sunday.
No, they're at wrestling. Wrestling.
Heidi Katrina all day,
versus
every day,
Mitch.
twice on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
She's an amazing wrestler.
Yeah,
She's
I
extremely
thought
talented.
that I didn't know if we were talking about wrestling or something else.
Oh
I
my
just
goodness.
wrestled Mitch at the last
Cyrus's comment.
XICW
Yeah.
show. And Heidi
She beat
Katrina-
up MM3 and Blake at Horror Slam.
She beat
Yeah.
the snot out of Alex at BCW. That was great.
That's true.
Fantastic to watch.
Very
Cyrus says
true.
back in my day, we used to wake up early enough to wake the sun up.
Yeah, that's right. Well, there
If
was
you
times
went to
where I
sleep.
didn't go to bed.
If you went
for
to
a couple
sleep, yeah.
days.
If you went to sleep.
But yeah, for sure. Awesome sauce. Now, so, we all have something to do with wrestling in some way or another, whether we're a fan or whatever we are, we're something, right? We got something to do with wrestling. But wrestling was hot for a while. It died down and then it got hot again. And that's what makes things like this, popular or whatever, because if it wasn't for fans and people liking wrestling again, Rasslin Rage or anything like that would never even happen, right? You know, what you ready? What?
What do you mean people are liking wrestling now? First of all, the Fiend is Universal Champion. How am I supposed to like that? I'd rather have Brock as Universal right now.
We're about to get a Q-tip live. Let's go.
I'd rather have Brock Universal because the Fiend, he seems like an intercontinental or like a tag team kind of guy. He does not seem like a
Oh, he buried him.
like doesn't seem like a Universal type. He's not good. He's just
How old is this?
Oh, he just buried Bray Wyatt.
How old is this kid?
How old are you, Q?
10.
You got a lot to learn. That's all I'm gonna say.
There will
Oh,
always
my
be
God.
times where the champions are the worst.
Yeah.
Ask anyone who hated John Cena. For
Well, you know, but that's the thing.
'Cause he
See,
was
you're
trash
upset right now.
everywhere.
You're upset. You're mad. You're like, WWE, blah, right? Well, guess what? Wednesday night on TNT, there's this thing called AEW.
Sorry to
Guess what? Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock or at 8 o'clock on Access TV, there's Impact Wrestling. There's alternatives. There's MLW. There's NWA.
NWA.
You know what?
is back.
You know what? Listen, I don't watch WWE anymore. I haven't watched WWE in I couldn't tell you how long.
SmackDown.
Yeah, it's been a
You know, I don't talk a lot about it on the show. Right. I don't typically talk a lot about WWE anymore unless it's like a significant piece of information, you know, that, you know, is pretty significant to wrestling, you know, but that's the beauty of being a wrestling fan now. There's so much to watch. Hey, I don't like WWE. Oh, I can watch Impact. Oh, I don't like Impact. Oh, I can watch AEW. Oh, I don't like AEW. I can watch MLW. And then countless other things that there's
I was saying,
all
yeah,
these other indies.
There's
that-
even smaller ones in
Yeah.
there. You know, like you guys don't watch it, but I watch Championship Wrestling from Hollywood.
Right.
You know, which is if you want to stay with the indies but watch it on TV. If you haven't checked it out, check it out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, and there's so many different, like you got the WWN Live subscription service, which is all that, you know, the AAW, the Evolve, and all that stuff. And, you know, and then you got Powerbomb TV. There's all kinds of subscription services out there for just wrestling.
Yes.
You know, they didn't have that stuff. What?
I watch all wrestling, and there's not enough time in the week to watch everything.
No, it's a
No,
good.
and
It's a
that's
good
the
time to be a
truth.
fan.
We
It is
were
a
just
great time
talking
to be a
about
fan.
that. We were just talking about that. You know, it's like, so, you know, like you got something going on Wednesday. You know, AEW's on TNT, right? And so you get home at 9. Luckily, it starts over.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
That was a one-time gig, wasn't
No,
it?
it was, they ran it for, but they got this new show now, so now it goes
Oh,
on True TV
baloney. See,
on Sundays. Now.
yeah, see. So there it is, and so you have to have that. They really have to have a want to watch it on Sunday, unless they have a DVR and they're DVRing it, of course. But you know that stuff's
But
expensive.
that's the good thing about
You
the.
know about that though? The messed up thing about that is you still have fans out there saying, "Oh, well, their ratings are better than NXT this week," or "NXT
Who cares?
ratings are better than them this week." For everybody's watching both of them anyway.
Right, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that's
Yes.
it. You know, somebody's watching something.
Mhm.
Whether, you know, if you're a wrestling fan, either you're watching NXT or you're watching AEW on Wednesday.
Right.
One way or the other, you're watching wrestling.
Well, like I said,
Who
you know,
cares what it is?
Was it the last Rage that I was on? You know, what is it? 84 weeks. 84 weeks in a row. WCW beat WWE. 1 week is all it took.
Yeah.
1 week for WWE to get ahead, and they never looked back. You know,
Right.
so to say, you know, well, they're doing this and they're doing that. Okay, 10 years from now.
Do you remember what happened though? They were going to get that 1 week.
Mankind.
Yes.
Yeah, they told them. WCW told them to go watch it.
That's gonna put butts in.
They killed
seats.
themselves.
Yes, they did.
You
But
know?
that's because you had a bunch of people
right.
at that time running a wrestling show that had nothing to do with wrestling.
Right. Q's in the chat now too.
He
Look
is.
at
He's over
that.
there
Yeah, look at
chatting.
that. He's over there. He's like, yeah, look at me. Ah, yes. But yeah, but you know, the thing with that is like you were talking about with the AEW and NXT, and everyone, oh, they beat NXT, or they say they beat WWE.
You have
Yes.
on
But-
demand and you have the network. You can watch them both.
Right,
It
but-
doesn't matter what the ratings
Right.
were when they're live.
How
Yeah,
can
it
you
used
be?
to be a thing of you have to pick one or the other. Now it's well,
can
which one am
watch
I
all of
watching
it,
first?
Yeah.
DVR and everything else.
You know, I do miss the clicking back and forth though.
That was so fun.
It was fun.
But let's talk about where.
was there.
So now we have
Enough.
Impact's on Access TV, which is great for Impact because
Mm-hmm.
that's amazing. Dude. And Impact is talk about the Cinderella story. Everybody was
comeback.
dogging on Impact for a long period of time, and now here they are shining like a star. But you got the Impact. But then let's talk about the other one that comes out of nowhere and just surprises there. We heard about it. NWA. NWA was going to do go back to the old studio wrestling, which
605.
if you're a fan of the late 60s or late 70s, early 80s with the NWA when they did a lot of the studio wrestling out of Atlanta, talk about amazing stuff, right?
Yes.
And Eli Drake in NWA, dude, he is the mouth. You got a bunch of kids running around crying. We said something about that, but in NWA, you got real men. Sold. Sign me up.
Yes.
Sign me up. Watching every day now. Thank you. NWA, it's the old studio wrestling. They come out, they cut the promo right at the desk, and they rock in the ring and kick some tail and walk back out.
And the cool thing about it is, like, it is like what it was back then. too.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's not over fluffed.
Yeah.
There's
Nope.
not a bunch of crap to take away from it. It's just wrestling.
Yeah. They're not trying to fill 3 hours and only have actually an hour worth of wrestling.
Right. Yeah. It's wrestling. There's
Yes.
there's some promo in there, which is cool. I can dig that. You gotta have that. You gotta have some
Yep.
talk in there. And then you go from the talk to wrestling.
Yes.
And then it's back to some talk and then wrestling. It's not 3-hour commercial for the Saudi Arabia show that's going to suck anyways, True story.
Man, it's also helping with the wrestlers because they're getting their screen time, and then they're able to like get more wrestlers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have a blast with what we have now as far as wrestling goes. I mean, who would ever thought? I mean, we would go to 5 nights a week, sometimes 6 nights a week. There's wrestling on, and if you're not watching wrestling on TV, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you're pretty much in the state of Michigan. There's a show.
Yes.
I mean, there was just
15 shows this month, and apparently 2 we forgot about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 20 shows.
20 shows.
And how many of them were packed into like 1 weekend?
Right.
I mean,
There
it
was what? How many
insane.
shows were there
Yeah.
this weekend? There were 6, wasn't there?
Yep.
Yeah.
6 shows between Friday and Sunday. Well, actually, one got canceled. The Sunday show got canceled.
What 2 shows did you guys leave?
International big time
What 2 shows did we not know about?
The one that you posted.
Rhino show.
Yep.
Oh, that flyer just
Yep.
came out.
Yeah, we didn't know
Rhino.
nothing about that one.
What? Yeah, Rhino show and there was another one. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. But yeah,
That wouldn't tell us what.
right. OQ. Oh, is that you? He's trying to XICW is better. Okay.
Yeah.
Cody, what is your favorite moment of the last 100 shows of Rage? That's a heck of a question,
That
brother.
is a good question.
You're making me first of all, you're making me remember 100 episodes.
Can you
But-
remember the last 5?
I can remember the last 5 days.
Good question.
It was probably the drinking one.
Well, that was one of my
I don't
favorites.
think he remembers that episode that well.
Something I'm not going to do again. I'm never going to do shots for donations unless we're doing unless we're doing $20 donations per shot. Yeah, we're talking. But other than that, no.
$5
How
for
much money did you
dances.
make on that one?
I don't. It was a good night.
Yeah, that was a good night.
It was like 80. It was like $80, $100 somewhere in there, something like that. But
Spend
I-
100 on the alcohol.
no, well, 20 or so. But so. But where was I going now, you guys?
Best moment of your 100. Hey, that's
Yes.
my keyboard.
No, this is mine. I put yours back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then smash
He's
it.
like, go ahead,
Shut
man.
it.
Smash it away! Rob always talks about how he likes things that can explode when you hit him with it.
Yeah.
There we go. I'll hit you with this. All right.
Your favorite?
So
favorite moment?
I like the drinking one. That was a good one. But I like when Alex came. That's one of my favorite ones when Alex came in and super kicked.
That was
against
pretty
those.
funny.
The chat blew up. Everything blew up that night. It went nuts. It was awesome. I had a great time that night, and then I got super kicked, which I didn't see coming. I didn't plan that. I did plan for my co-host to get rocked a few times, but but what was funny is you watch that video, you go back and you watch it, and then I get super kicked, and I fall, and you can kind of see somebody grab the thing to it's. I think it was Chunk reaching up and grabbing to hit the end stream. so I don't remember which one it was, but it was one of, it wasn't me. I know that much, but that was probably one of my favorites. I enjoyed doing Collector's Corner. I wish we could get back to it, but man, it's expensive. It's real expensive buying wrestling stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Just let Craig keep buying stuff.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Well, and
Craig could probably do one every single week and still not touch his stuff.
Right. Well, the thing is I reach out to people, and I get more, which is messed up. Is you reach out to wrestlers for interviews, but but like I was reaching out to people in these collecting groups because I belong to a lot of these wrestling collecting groups for Hasbro's and LJNs and all that stuff and like that. And I'll reach out to people and ask them about doing something like that. And like we did that one where the guy did the video of his collection. And he was buddies with Ron Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that one? And then we did the one with the KS Elite stages, the guy that made the stage thing that sits behind me at the house.
People are
weird.
People are tight with their collections.
Like they don't want me to show their stuff off. I'm like, bro.
Speaking of which, last time the hunter was on here, that is like about 10 times more.
Oh no! So we can do.
Oh, there we go.
We'll do a special.
Yes,
and I can't. He's got too much.
Just take a bunch of pictures and just put them on a Google Drive and send it to me.
There you go.
Or just take a video.
Yeah.
The video would be easier. That's what I did for the wall, which is going to have to be redone. That's another thing.
Yeah.
The wall has to be redone. I have so many autographs sitting and waiting to go on the wall. It's insane. And I don't even know where I'm going to put them all. I don't know. I'm going to have to make a new wall.
It's gonna have to expand.
Right. It definitely will have to expand. I don't know. I'm going to need a new house.
Craig says,
You just need a wall that's on like a roller.
Yes.
And it just like rolls behind you.
Yeah, so I can add different things.
Yeah, so every week you just roll it. To
I
a
can do.
different
I
set of
suppose I
pictures.
could do that.
I think he's volunteering to be the person to roll it, so that way
Yeah,
counts
there
for
you go.
every
Counts
week
it.
too.
That's right. I'm on it. It counts.
Craig says he's got 8K of stuff.
I'm sure. Have you?
Oh, yeah,
this
man,
dude's
just a little
got
bit of
so
what
much
you
stuff.
showed,
His
yeah.
whole house is nothing but wrestling.
Dang.
From one wall to the other, all the way
Yeah,
through.
it's pretty
Every
impressive
wall is
collection
covered
that
in
you
wrestling
showed us so
figures.
far.
Covered. He's got I think he has almost all the original LJNs still in the package, not opened. He has a couple of the Hart Foundation unopened. He's a serious collector. He sent me a picture of just some of the chairs that he has from the pay-per-view events.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, it's like a stack. They're like taller than me. It's insane. Yeah, he's a collector, dude. That's how I met him, was through collecting. That's how I met Craig, and then he started watching the show, and we had his collection on the show, all the stuff. I'm sure his collection has evolved, or his display has. Everybody's, as you obtain more,
You gotta put it somewhere.
right. Have you guys ever caught what's his name, Zack Ryder? He has him and Homeboy have a podcast.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they did a thing before they did their podcast on their own. They did like a video series that they did on YouTube or whatever that was sanctioned by WWE or whatever. And
Isn't that where he was the internet champion?
yes, I think so.
Yeah.
But Zack Ryder, he goes all over the place, and he went to this store in Ohio, and he bought the whatever the piece was to the machine.
Big boss man, right?
No, it was a Macho Man. It was the Macho King, and he bought. It was the piece that made the bubble. It like made the bubble to wrap over it on the. He bought that thing, $500, just for that.
The mold.
The mold.
The mold, yeah.
And it wasn't. It was just for the bubble wrap. It wasn't the mold of the figure. Yeah, yeah. He has the only. There's only two, I believe, in existence. Macho Man, Hasbro, and it was only made for an ad, and there was only two of them ever in existence, and he has one of them. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, go Zack Ryder.
So yeah, collector's corner is definitely a thing. You could probably start back up.
Yeah, maybe, but see, the problem is again, it costs money, and then having people do it,
You know, I just thought about something. You did a thing on there about the wrestling shirts. Indie wrestling.
Yeah.
Who won that?
He did because I missed a day. Yeah, he did because I missed a day. He messaged me. He's like, "So did you forget?" I'm like, "Yeah, whoops." But he cheated. He went and took a bunch of pictures in advance and just started posting them. So
You got offers for Pop Funkos in the chat. You got apparently it's 75 chairs. Is how many.
when I get displays up, you can do a special on my Funko Pop. So okay, right on.
There we go.
Right on. 75 chairs. That's a lot of chairs, dude.
That's
Can
a
you
lot of
imagine
chairs.
where you're gonna be when you hit the 200th episode?
Oh, I'm hoping that well, if it's like it was, that should be in 2 years, and it should be, and hopefully we're at 1,000 subscribers by then.
Right?
It'll be like Christmas.
No, don't take this the wrong way, but it would be nice to monetize the channel a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little, couple commercials here and there, make 50 cents, whatever.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know what YouTube I don't know what YouTube
The big picture. You made more than that.
Well,
35, dude.
but you know, you also got to think about it this way.
Add that
If I record a 15-minute interview and I put 4 ads in there, that people aren't going to want to watch my interviews. So I put 2 ads, one in the beginning, one towards the end. And then you only get paid upon how many they watch. You know what I'm saying?
Give
Right.
them 5 seconds,
Right.
most of them
It
anyway.
depends, though. It depends on what it is. Because I've watched some videos on YouTube and I get 6 ads in the middle of a 5-minute
Yeah.
video.
Yeah, well, see, I don't want that.
WrestleMania will
entire
have
Lego
6
movie
ads
ad.
in a.
That was
in a
Well,
video.
it's like
Just
I-
a minute video.
I think it was you guys. I think it might have been you. We were talking, and you don't want to make anything hard on anybody. The society and the way people are with their attention spans now, it has to be simple and easy, quick now
quick.
and done.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because if I can do an hour interview on somebody, it would take a lot for me to do an hour interview, but nobody's going to watch it for an hour.
Right.
15 minutes, they're done. That's why I try to keep my interviews down to 15 minutes, because the average watch time on my channel is about 10 to 15 minutes. So anything after that, most people are tuning out. So that's why I keep it down to about 10 to 15 minutes. And the harder you make things on people, they're not going to go, "Hey, where's your stuff?" R2YouTube.com. How easy is that to remember?
Right.
Yeah. Click this link, R2YouTube.com.
Mhm.
That's why it's like that. If it's HTTP
Yeah.
:// Rasslin Rage YouTube brown paper bag /
Cody's #1 fan.
yeah,
HT.
no, they're not gonna enter all that stuff
No.
in.
That's my personal website's URL, actually.
You know, why would they do that? You know what I mean? Unless they can just click on it, they're not gonna do it. You know, that's it. And you got to keep it simple and easy. That's why I got
That's
R2YouTube.com.
because people are lazy now.
That's true, and I know that.
Yeah.
But you have to play with it. You have to
Yeah.
go with it.
You gotta do it.
There's
That's
nothing
what
I
it
can do
is.
about it. I can't change that fact. That's the trend. So I have to go with the flow to make it work. I also own RasslinRage.com. I used to own another one too, but I think I let it go. I don't remember.
It's all right.
Yeah.
You got that. That's
Yeah.
There you go.
the way to go.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get one for MIW too.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
I'm thinking as an idea is that we might start an online forum, like back in the day, the old days,
Right, right.
the old
That would-
forums. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't, and then we just shut it down. No big deal. It's $15 for a well, you can get a domain. We can get a domain pretty cheap off the top. $5 for the first year or something like that.
That ain't bad. You know what? People want it. Let's give it to them.
Yeah. Exactly.
What is my favorite match in AEW? Why did you just ask me instead of type it?
He's right here, buddy.
I didn't want to interrupt you. You were talking.
Danny interrupts constantly. What do you mean?
That's my job.
Giving him a hard
You watch
time.
him on the show every
What
time
is
he
my
gets on.
favorite? I don't know what my favorite match is so far. Give me time. You got to
Just-
give
we
that
just
time to
wanna start with
establish.
AEW,
Yeah.
you know, that's kind of,
Yeah.
So then, why don't we skip to WWE or XI?
he doesn't watch WWE. He just told
I think so far I liked the what was it Kenny Omega and no, what's his name? Pac, whatever.
whatever's going by now.
Well, you know what I hate about that Pac? It's white people saying Tupac.
Right.
Yeah.
They say Tupac.
So
Not 2
disappointed
packs,
in
not
you.
12 packs.
Not just say. I mean, like, well, it was
Cody
two,
and Dustin.
that was a
That
good
was
one.
a good
too.
match.
I really did like that match. I did like that match.
Yeah.
The storytelling in that match was amazing. And I don't know how many. I cried.
Hey, well, speaking of,
Hey, there
I
is no
cried.
crying in wrestling.
we're at an hour now,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and before everybody leaves on the chat and stuff like that.
Oh, I
I
gotta
want us
play.
to talk. Yeah, so you have to turn this up. I want thank the other two and everybody who's here tonight. Cody, you've done something for us. You brought us together and you made us all family.
Amen.
And when the talk of the 100th episode started, there was a lot of things that we tried to, we got the plaque, we got the cake over there. You guys don't know, but we got cake over here. And is that
Rasslin Raspberry.
Rasslin Raspberry Happy Harper flavor that we're gonna have afterwards? We're gonna get sugar high and all that, but we put the word out. We put the word out about the 100th episode, and well, just hit play.
All right. I'll mention that in a minute, Craig. Hold on. I gotta listen. I gotta do this.
He's got to do this.
I gotta do that, and then I gotta
And then
turn.
we're gonna
this.
have to be quiet because he's got to listen to it on his phone.
Right.
So it's gonna be delayed.
Yep. So I'm turning the mics off.
All right.
Bye.
Well. What do we have here? The Suplex Shogun Jackson Stone is telling you that you are tuned in to Rasslin Rage. Rasslin Rage also brings you Michigan's Independent Weekly, where you can only check out Michigan's finest independent wrestling. And also, the Suplex Shogun Jackson Stone has to make a congratulations to the one and only Rasslin Rage on greatness. You have reached greatness. 100 episodes. Man, if there's one thing that the Suplex Shogun loves more than his lovely suplex and fuel lemonade and suplexes, that, my friends, is greatness. And Cody, you and the fine people over at Rasslin Rage is that. So, tune in every Tuesdays at 10 a.m. R2 YouTube and check out more Rasslin Rage. Keep suplexing and chanting. Sure gun.
Hey there, it's Mr. Fitness. Slim Trim is the supreme Twinkie-eating, Diet Coke drinking ultimate athlete. I gotta come on here and say congratulations, Cody Fleming, on your 100th episode of Rasslin Rage. I'm thinking back at show number 2 or 3 that I was one of your first guests, and what an honor it was to be on Rasslin Rage with you, Cody. You come a long way, and here is to 100 plus more episodes of Rasslin Rage, because by the power of Twinkies, we got the power when we watch Rasslin Rage on YouTube.
Hey, what's up? Cody Hawk here.
Shauna Reed.
2 of the
5 most wanted.
And we just want to say congratulations, Rasslin Rage.
On your 100th episode, keep up the good work.
Throw it up.
Throw it down.
Hello, Cody. You probably think you're something special right now. Well, I was asked to come on here and congratulate you for 100 episodes of Rasslin Rage. Some idiot messaged me over and over again to do this video, so here I am. Congratulations to me for making this video, and whatever you did that's so special. Maybe you'll meet a dread end.
Hey Cody, this is Deuce Diamond. Want to congratulate you on 100 episodes of Rasslin Rage. Congratulations. Here's to the next 100. Thank you for everything you've done for Michigan Indie Wrestling and getting it out there for everybody to hear and see. So Thank you again, and congratulations.
Happy 100, man. It's your boy Jack Price. I want to say happy 100. Keep it going.
Cody, it's the natural Sam Beal here, and I just wanted to congratulate you on your 100th episode of the Rasslin Rage. It was an honor to come on your channel and share my story. Thank you for bringing awareness of professional wrestling to everybody. Here's to 100 more.
Hey everyone, it's Joe Pace from the Port Huron Prowlers, and I am jacked up for this upcoming hockey season. But I'm even more jacked up for the 100th episode of Rasslin Rage, the podcast. So if you're a pro wrestling fan and you haven't listened in yet, check them out today or head to their Facebook page. Their content is awesome. And Cody, congratulations. 100 episodes. It is unbelievable.
Hey folks, Amazing Nate Matson here, wishing Cody congratulations. 100 episodes is a huge deal. You know, all the wrestlers and all the fans of Michigan really appreciate the fact that you guys do such a great job promoting wrestling events all throughout the state of Michigan, getting our names out there, getting our events out there. You know, it's a big deal. So we appreciate Cody and all you guys, what you're doing. And hopefully there's 100 more, 200 more. That would be truly amazing. Keep it up, guys. Thank you.
100 episodes? Cody, congratulations, my dude. What you've done for the wrestling community is unreal. You had me on your show, and that meant so much to me, and that was an absolute honor. I am pumped for at least 100 more. Congrats, my dude.
What's up, everybody? Karam here. The Wahash Karam, the beast, the monster you already know. I'm here to talk about November. November is when the 100th episode of Rasslin Rage from our boy Cody comes out. Cody, I want to take a minute to thank you. Thank you for giving us people in the independent scene a voice. And most specifically, the Michigan independent scene. I know I appreciate it. I know my brothers in Death Threat appreciate it. I know everyone in Michigan appreciates it, man. For real, what you do means a whole lot. Thank you for coming to the shows. Thank you for buying the merchandise. Thank you for believing in us. It means a whole lot, man. So this November, tune in to the 100th episode of Rasslin Rage for our boy Cody. Cody, man, much love. Good luck to you. Hopefully everyone tunes in. Take care.
Hey, Rob Clooney here. Just want to congratulate Rasslin Rage on their 100th episode. Hey, Cody, all the guest hosts over the years, all the guest spots, the matches, everything. I love the show. Here's to 100 more, man. 100 times over.
This is the mastermind, Dave DuPont, coming to you from beautiful Bay City, Michigan on a cold weekend. And I want to wish Cody Fleming a congratulatory message on his 100th episode of Rasslin Rage. That's right, Rasslin Rage. All the scoops, all the upcoming wrestling shows, interviews with independent wrestling stars from across the Midwest. But, Cody, why hasn't the mastermind been on Rasslin Rage more frequently, huh? I got the scoops, I've got the gossip, I've got the knowledge, I've got the world traveling experience, and I've got some great road stories. Hey, Cody, congratulations on your 100th episode, but hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the coach from the WWE. Now, this message is for and on behalf of Mr. Cody Fleming. Now, a lot of people think that you can just start a podcast and talk for 100 episodes. It's not that easy. You got to have dedication. You got to have content. You got to have a love for the game, so to speak. So it is my distinct honor to congratulate Cody on 100 episodes of Rasslin Rage that you can see on r2youtube.com. Again, that's Rasslin Rage on r2youtube.com. Cody, here's to 100 more, and who knows, maybe when I start doing podcasts, I will grace you with my presence on yours. Until then, keep doing your thing. See ya.
Hey Cody, this is Weaponized Alex Weir here, just to say how proud I am of you that you have hit your 100th episode of Rasslin Rage as an idea that I watched form, and watching you execute this idea has been my pleasure, and watching it explode into what it's become, and watching all these wrestlers get excited that the Rasslin Rage guys are here, or talking about how nice the Rasslin Rage guys are. It brings a joy to my heart that something I watched form has become something so big, and that's all because of you and your hard work that you put into this and your never give up attitude, and that's awesome to see. All right, so I can't wait. This may be 100 episodes, but I can't wait till you hit 1,000, and I can't wait to see where Rasslin Rage is going to take you. I'm proud of you, Cody, and that's not a promise.
Back on. Got dead air time.
I know, but it's worth it. They can deal with it. Oh,
There we are.
Hey. We're still black.
No, it's coming.
Are we
It's
in?
coming.
3,
You
2,
just
there we
gotta
go.
remember.
There we
your leg a
are.
little bit. Yeah. All right, you guys suck. I mean that in a nice way. I do. I really do appreciate it.
Well, Danny can tell you the word went out and they started rolling in.
Oh yeah,
And-
I mean,
and
just
it's
boom,
8
boom,
minutes
boom.
long, and we could have gone longer if we would have, had. They just jumped all over to say thank you, and that's you've actually created a family, and you're doing for these guys. These guys go out and work for $2 and a hot dog, and you're making them the superstars they need to be, and we really appreciate you letting us join you for the journey.
Yeah, when I put the word out, man, these guys were like, yeah, win, boom, win.
I appreciate it.
That was Josh.
That's
I got to
Josh.
give credit. That was Josh.
Pay money.
Money talks, brother.
Uh-huh.
Money talks.
Is that what they always tell you?
Money
Right?
talks and BS.
Yeah,
walks.
so
Valuable
Why you
life
do
lesson
this?
for I'll your be children 100% today. honest with you, because I'm the only wrestler sitting at the table here. That for real, I know that I speak on behalf of all of my brothers in this business. That it just means the world to us with how much you promote us. I mean, honestly, you promote us more than anybody else does.
I appreciate
that's
that.
huge. That's why I love coming on the show and doing it for you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It's been, I'm not going to lie, it's been hard sometimes because there's been days where I've just wanted to throw in the towel. And I don't, it's like anybody, when anything they do, it gets hard sometimes and you're like, I'm done. I don't want to do it. Or you deal with somebody rubs you the wrong way, or how someone rub you the wrong way, right? I mean, but somebody gives you a little bit of attitude or whatever, but that's that thing where you got to have that thick skin sometimes, and I've had to learn that the hard way, just like life,
Mrs. Ware says she's not crying. And Cyrus says he's going to be here on the 30th.
Oh, well, I heard about that. But there, when the whole thing happened with the co-host, there was the old co-host. There was a time that the show might have not went on, and then coming up with what do I do from here. There was another point where I was like, I might not do this anymore. I don't know. And then there was just some things that have happened. You know how the industry can be, and there's
Sometimes I hate it.
yeah, and there's been things that have happened that over time, and I'm not gonna dog anybody. I'm not gonna put anybody, because that's not me. I don't do that.
Right.
And I've never done that from the beginning. There's only been one person that I publicly flipped off and told to F off on this show, and that still stands to this day. But I'll still promote your stuff because you have a promotion in Michigan.
That's it.
That tells you the person that I am.
If I remember correctly, you never even said his name on the show.
I think I did.
No.
Maybe I didn't.
No,
Okay,
no,
whatever.
No.
Well,
and that's one of the things that you told Josh and I.
That's
that
right.
When we were going
He
to
gets a
do
pass.
MIW, that it was going to be absolutely no politics.
Yeah.
You know, we were going to do it or we weren't.
Right. And I almost went back on that because of some things that were happening within the business, and I was almost like they were going to have to take this away, but I didn't, and here we are today. So hopefully everything keeps working out. I wonder what are we wondering about over here in the back 40?
Cyrus dropped the fish.
Cyrus is making a bunch of comments. He said he was supposed to do one, but he got kicked a lot and dropped the fish.
He's all right.
He was like a ball, but I was trying to be with
No,
I am just gonna call out Cyrus's embarrassment publicly after he had.
Listen. The fact that he's in the chat is he's taking the time to come and hang out in the chat. That there says enough for me. The fact that I go back to the conversation that I had with Cyrus. I think it was when he was back with his injury. He got injured and he had shoulder injury. I think he was supposed to go against Pillman that night.
Yeah.
That was my fault. That whole injury was all my fault. I still feel so bad about it.
Right. Well, it is what it is, and life happens. That's part of the day. And I'm sure he says the same thing, as that's how he is. But that night I had a conversation with Cyrus, and that night, and like I said, there was things that were going on within that. It was getting dark, and he shined the light and made me think a little bit differently. I wouldn't say he made me think, but he explained it to me in a way that made me rethink how I did things and how I did things with Rasslin Rage. And ever since I made that change, Rasslin Rage has been 6 times better. And it's because of Cyrus Satine and the conversation that I had with Cyrus Satine. And that's the honest to God truth. I will give him that credit till the day I die. That's the truth. That's why I have so much respect and so much love for Cyrus Satine. There's no doubt the reason why Rasslin Rage is the way it is today is because of Cyrus Satine. And when we talked, it made sense, and it makes sense. And I'm going to stick by what that motto of doing it for everybody else and not for me, because it's not about me, and that's the way he does it.
Well, that's it. When we talked about it, we talked about it because it was something we wanted to see, something that we wanted to do.
Hey, from Canada.
So yeah, that's it. It was with the whole thing. I mean, you rode high, and man. Like I said, I'm proud of you, and I'm proud that you brought me on board. Hey, who am I?
I will bring everybody aboard if I could. If I have a spot, I'll put you there. Whatever you want, and we'll do it. You know what I'm saying? It's about. It's like I said, it's about bringing a light to everybody else and making Michigan independent wrestling the best that it possibly can be. There's nothing else. What else do we have? What else do we have in Michigan? Well, Michigan independent.
It deserves that.
Yeah. Well, and that's it. I mean, I'm not gonna get real mushy about it, but guys like
oh, too late, bro.
but guys like BRD, who we've watched from day one. Some of these guys like Cyrus, like Alex.
Well,
it's funny. You guys put us all up on this pedestal because you guys seen us from the bottom, work our way up to the top, but we're still just nobody too. We still just go home.
Yeah, you say that, but I get it. I understand where you're coming from, because it's the same thing with us. They put all those kids put us up here, but we put our pants on the same way as they do. You know what I mean? In reality, and I get it. I understand. And I get what you're saying. I really do, because what everybody says. You know what I mean? I don't look at myself like that. I'm not great. I'm not better than anybody. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
But it was Madman Shaman, or the modern day shaman. And he said something to me. He says, I appreciate everything you've done for me, blah, 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 blah. And I said, you're not doing anything for me, or I'm not doing anything for you. I feel it's you doing me a favor. You doing an interview with me is a favor to me. I didn't do anything for you, you get what I'm saying? And that's that's comes from Cyrus and doing that, and Billy Ray's in the chat too. Everybody's
Oh,
in the chat.
you know what? I gotta apologize to Craig, because he did send a video, or he did send a voice message, but it wouldn't load up.
Oh, okay.
So that's why it wasn't on there, Craig.
The videos are one style, you know that. Videos
Yeah,
are one style and
yeah.
voice are another.
Yeah, and it was my first attempt, so I
You
blew
did
it.
pretty good actually, because it was like I knew I couldn't do it.
Well, I had to call my daughter in to bail me out, and then Cody had to tweak it a little bit for us. But
Press play on the next one now. Press play on the next one.
Yeah.
Well, and I just thought it was just Shogun because I just seen Shogun. I didn't get to see the rest of it. I just encoded it out.
I was glad it didn't pop up.
Right.
Yes.
There was
So-
the thumbnail when it came across the Google Drive was Coach.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, please don't see the picture.
How cool is that Cody Hawk?
Yes.
You know, Cody Hawk and Shauna Reed. And if you guys don't know, that's a huge deal.
yeah, and like
know?
I said, they were quick. They were quick. They were very quick.
That's awesome.
To
And
be
then
like,
Nate
yeah, let me do
too.
this.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
I mean, I've
Nate's
interviewed
been
Nate once,
everywhere.
and I've talked to Nate a few times, and he's an old school. He's got a lot of love for the business. You know, he's all about it. And
He
he's
owes
all-
me a drink and some chicken strips. Remember?
It's great.
He slammed that dude on our table at Horror Slam, and our food went everywhere.
Nate Matson?
Yes. He defended the PWAS championship at Horror Slam.
That's great.
And we had a ringside table there. And yeah, he walks right up.
How
and
many people can
slams
say
dude.
Nate Matson? Nate Matson. Amazing
Owes me
Nate
some
Matson
food.
owes me chicken wings.
Chicken strips and
Oh,
a
chicken
drink.
strips.
Yeah, it was him. He smashed this dude right in Brad's chicken strips. My drink went flying. I'm like, "Hey."
You got video of this?
Yeah, that's great. He owes me chicken strips.
I was sitting here on my phone, right? And I'm texting my mom. Like, she asked me where I was, and I'm like, oh, I'm at wrestling. And all I hear is, doosh.
And our table had a messed up leg, so the table did this anyway. So when he slammed, I mean, it was like a catapult. Everything just went flying.
Cyrus wants to know who knows Coach.
How about the last XI?
Josh paid for it, Cyrus.
With the barbed wire brutality match. The barbed wire.
Yeah,
It
it was
pretty-
actually
yeah.
nice. I just had a nice wig on.
I was gonna say you knew Coach. I wasn't saying you were Coach.
I put on a wig.
That's so much better. It was his Halloween costume.
That's so much better.
And then said, Ray, I'm doing this.
April Fools. All of them was
You're
actually
crazy.
just Q.
Yeah, that's all you. Yeah. It's all you, huh?
Yeah,
Lost your hair. How'd you do the bald head like Cody Hawk?
Skin cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got my mom just bought like 100 things, and then
He's a man of 1,000 faces.
I guess so.
Or 12 anyway.
Right. Well, that's hilarious. I almost said the F-bomb. After a day at XI,
yeah.
The next 2 days are hard. I gotta every
About
time.
Outside, you know what I really want to see?
What?
I want to see Alex Weir wrestle a match without cussing one time.
No, it's not possible.
I don't think that's possible. I don't think. You know what I do like though? I do like Boo and Alex. I will say
It is fun, isn't it?
It is fun. Well, funny story. I don't know who they were, but they were students from another school, and they're like,
we all win a bet every time.
somebody said something about it was just fans talking to fans. Oh, who are you here for? Oh, we're here for Alex. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, oh yeah. They're like, and they start talking. Oh yeah, we're students. I'm like, oh yeah. What rank are you? They tell me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna eat on that whole thing. And I'm like, yeah, it's Master Alex. Blah blah blah. I played it all up. It's Master Alex. Talks to bow the whole 9 thing. And they're like, oh, it's just Alex. I've known him for so long. I'm like, oh yeah, you wait. So they get in there and they're sitting off to the corner. Alex come out, and I'm first, F you, Alex! You suck! I'm just yelling, and the guy's like,
Dang, I really gotta go to an XI show.
oh, man. So that we'll be there. We got the next we have our next 2 already, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we got our next 2.
Josh tried to get himself killed at the 1XI.
Yeah.
That's never gonna happen again. Since then, I've bought his his T-shirt. I'm butt kissing. Everybody comes out. I'm like,
Yeah, well, John.
Yeah, I'm cheering for you.
John bought his T-shirt too, and it got burnt in the ring.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not writing on it.
See
I'm
where
not
$20
talking
get
no
you?
more, so.
I think they're 25. What?
Oh, I'm not wearing a mask. I'm just gonna shut up about it. Danny's trying to get me killed. Hey, he's the one that called you old. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
He didn't even remember.
You need to make him an ice cream flavor, then you'll be all right.
Yeah.
I'm working on it actually. I want to
Flaming.
Make one with, yeah, I want to call it the most dangerous ice cream in Michigan, and I want to make it with ghost peppers.
I don't know.
I already have the
That sounds like a
name,
good
but I
rip.
can't say it on the show.
That sounds like.
Yeah.
For April Fool's,
It sounds
we
like
should
that.
have, like a limited time thing, and it should be called like April Fool's ice cream or something. And you should put just like jalapenos.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, I've got people at work that
We're
already
still
wanna do
waiting
that.
for
I'm like,
BRD.
Wow.
Well,
These
now you
people are.
just said it on the show,
Yeah.
so like now everybody will know.
Yeah, you're pretty
People
close
are
though,
crazy.
right?
It
On
did not-
BRD?
I tried it last work and it did not work. It is Jello shots does not mix with ice cream well. I tried it.
Choco lit.
Choco lit.
I like choco lit.
So,
Good stuff.
What I was, so I remember when I was.
Ooh, flaming hot Cheeto ice cream.
That sounds awful.
That sounds like something Guy Fieri.
That-
All right, Cyrus, you gotta
that's
try it if
Cyrus's
he makes
idea,
it.
man. Cyrus is on it.
Good
Yeah.
Yeah, Cyrus. Hey, there we can see Billy Ray now. Hey, Billy Ray.
Yeah, I've been there for a minute. We all scooted down.
Oh, okay. Let's see where I'm at. I'm like, I'm running a show and don't even know where people are at.
Wait, he's out again.
You're just
No
supposed
clue.
to sit and hang on. That's
Yeah,
what
right,
today
right.
was.
Yeah.
So, like, I remember the first time I was on the show. I was on the show with Jacob.
Yes.
We were both on the show, and just out of nowhere, we're talking about the New Day for some reason, and this became the most iconic thing ever. I say, why do they pass out pancakes? Nobody wants a sweaty nipple pancake.
Yes, the sweaty nipple pancakes episode.
And then everybody just starts cracking up, and I'm like,
That's Craig did mention that earlier. He said that goes into history as the most funniest comment in the history of the show.
And then I remember before the show as well, I was just terrified. I was like, so how is this gonna work? Am I gonna be shown the blah 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 blah? I just kept on running my mouth, and then I just remember
I'm glad you said it.
Yeah,
I'm glad you finally, admitted it.
yeah, I always admit it.
You always run your mouth
Oh, he
and
knows.
talk schmack.
Yeah, and so like, and then once he just starts it, I just stare at the camera, and I'm just lost for words. And then you say, we have Quentin, and I'm like, yeah, hi. I was just like, I zoned out for like 2 whole minutes, and then I say, oh yeah, what's good? And then he goes to Jacob. Jacob's like, hi. And he's not even in the microphone. He's all the way back here, like, yeah, dude, what's up? I'm over here. Yeah, I'm over here. What's up, dude? I'm, just over here chilling.
All right. Well, so I think that's about it. What do you think? We're
90 minutes.
Yeah, we're.
Hold on. Yeah, where's the Jack and Coke ice cream?
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
Calling you out, bro.
I'm vomiting now.
Yeah. I thought it would work a lot better than it would. And
ice cream.
I got some in my freezer if you'd like to try it. I can
Bring it
to
on
you.
Sunday.
I'll bring it on Sunday.
I'll try it.
Okay.
Try chocolate milk ice cream.
I'll try anything.
We gotta
nuts.
video it. It's gotta be
Oh,
videoed.
yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
boy.
maybe he'll like it. I don't think it.
I like the taste of it.
Give it to BRD. He'll like it.
I'll give it to you before a match. Then
Oh yeah,
I'm
no.
probably gonna do that after the match.
You might can eat it during the match.
yeah.
Root draft beer ice cream.
I remember it was the first
Root
time
beer.
my dad seen you do
Root
it.
draft beer ice
Yeah.
cream.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
It's got. Oh, he wants draft root beer.
Yeah.
It's got to be in draft.
Yeah.
Look at the way you went.
It's got to go through the CO2. That's what he
Yeah, you gotta
wants.
get the carbonation in there.
CO2 closed
And
system.
every time you knock someone down, you're like,
All right, so it is time for next week. No Rasslin Rage because XICW.
Yep.
So I did not put a match up Friday because I had a lot going on and whatever. 100 was Sunday and I had
Your
a lot
show,
of
man.
yeah.
It's your party. You can cry how you
Yeah.
want to.
You know, well, it was between. You know what the matches were? What I was gonna put up? It was between Shogun and Mike Elgin, right?
Oh, what a match!
Or Jack Price and Aaron O'Ryan.
Ooh.
Versus each other for the title.
That Jack Price and Aaron O'Ryan match was really good.
Yeah, I know. But next week, one of those two.
Shogun and Elgin, that's my goal.
Yeah, and then Wednesday,
Oh.
TJ Meyer interview Wednesday. Good stuff. One of the rookies. And
Tuesday at 10 o'clock will be Michigan Independent Weekly.
that's right. Don't forget that. Can't forget that one,
No,
right?
can't
And
forget
then we
that
got sponsors, Happy Harper Ice Cream and DaVinci Tattoo, 3521 Pine Grove Avenue, 810-966-0100, because they keep it 100. That's how I remember.
If I go down there and I tell them that I've been on Rasslin Rage, will they give me a discount?
You never know. Just tell Brad you know Cody. Brad's
They
the
charge
owner.
you $20 more.
Just tell him Cody from Rasslin Rage sent you. He'll hook you up. He's a good dude. Trust me. He did this. He's cool. He did some work for Mrs. Weir too.
So Mrs. Weir said in the chat, besides Q's dual personalities of himself and MM3, and I'm confused because MM3 was on the show that day. I left, and then I guess MM3 came. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just watched it.
You know, that's somebody that I could never get a hold of. MM3, I could never get a hold of that guy. I tried to get him to guest host the show, but he's so dang busy all the time.
He's always moving.
What?
What you do, Cody?
What?
Give Taylor a message.
Yeah. Well, you know.
It's just, I mean, not that he's wrong, but like,
Thank you, sir.
he is a busy man, though. Him
All
and
right.
Blake.
So,
We got cake to eat.
yeah.
Yes, we do.
Thank you again. Thank you for this sweet plaque.
Sorry.
Thank you for the videos and everybody.
I know a plaque you need.
Yeah, and I'm gonna kick your butt plaque in a minute. You better hold up. That's about to go down. See, Dad's over there. Yep. Mm-hmm. Wham! Elbow to the face. All right,
Super play button.
there you go. But so, thank you so much. Make sure you smash the thumbs up. There we go. Over there. Smash the thumbs up. And, you know, if you're catching this, again, I probably won't be catching it on Facebook because I've been lazy and not putting it on Facebook. You know, go to r2youtube.com and subscribe. Everybody else, it's time to go. We're out. We're going to eat some stuff.
There you go.
And we're out.
Cake, sir.
Yeah, I gotta bring her some cake.
All right. Peace.
This is Rasslin Rage. This is Rasslin Rage. This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade. This is Rasslin Rage. This is Rasslin Rage. This is Rasslin Rage.